now.
Okay.
All right, hey guys, we're making a new video here, trying to show you the benefits of this, the Cable Pro by Buller Enterprises. Took a little bit to figure out how to use it, but it's actually really cool. And once you get to know it, it makes so much sense, and it's just very, very clever. So I'm gonna show you what we have going on here. So this right here, which is connected to the box, is an adapter cable that we fabricated. And what this has done is this is designed to test our cable that we fabricated for an Aperio Stratus ESG transponder. So this will actually check everything immediately and notify if you've got a problem or an error or anything else like that. And you can fabricate any kind of adapter plug. In fact, you can daisy chain these so that you can do thousands of connections, literally thousands and thousands of connections. With this, you could connect up to 3 25-pin plugs. In this particular case, we only had a certain number of connections, so we did one 25-pin plug. And what we've done is we took our power and ground, and it doesn't matter, you can build this however you want. There are several different ways. But our adapter, we did alligator clips for the power, ground, and lighting, because we know those are going to be hanging loose. Now we've got a 37-pin connector that's going to connect to our cable. And we've got two cables here. One is a known good cable, and one of them has one issue that we have. We purposely did backwards one wire, so we can show you how this is going to work. So I take my cable, and I take my adapters here. Now this particular cable has a 37-pin that connects to the back of the transponder. It has a 6-pin that is going to be connected to a ADS-B in source. And it also has a 15-pin that connects to my altitude encoder with only 3 connections on it, RS-232, power and ground. And so what I'm going to do is at first I'm going to take my 37-pin connector and I'm going to connect it up here. Connect that to my Cable Pro. I'm going to get my chair a little closer here. I'm going to get my cable up here, my harness that we've built. Now here's my power, my ground, and my lighting. Try to do this without everything falling off the bench. We've got ground wire is going to connect right to my ground wire alligator clip. You could also do this with a bus bar or something like that. It might make it a little more practical for testing larger ones so these aren't flopping around. That would be something I would probably do. There's power, there's ground. Now I'm going to separate those, make sure they stay separated so they don't touch when I test the cable. I'm going to go in here. We've got a couple different things. I'm looking for my 14 volts lighting bus, because in this case we're testing it for 14 volts lighting, this application. I've actually got the harness set up so you could do either 14 or 28, but so we've got those here. I'm going to make sure those are separated before I test the cable. But let me go ahead and get my 9-pin plug now. My 9-pin is going to connect to the 9-pin. Just connects like that. And then my last pin connector, my last connector is going to be our 15-pin. It's going to go to my altitude encoder. So now I've got these all connected up to the Cable Pro. I've got these separated. Make sure that those aren't touching. That way I can check it. And all I do is I come over here. I've already created my cable adapter. I've got it in view and everything, and I just hit test cable. Boom. Hey, this is a good cable. It passed. You can see it says test pass. Okay, let me check it again. Boom, pass. Now what's really nice with this is now I can hit view report, and it'll show me all of these are green. Everything passed, every single one. I can go file, print the report, and it's going to print me this beautiful report. I'm going to actually print it just so I can look at it myself. Print. Probably could have done it on portrait instead of landscape, or landscape instead of portraits. But it's going to print me that so that now I know it came out good. Now, okay, let's say I'm making a couple different cables. You can come back over here. And let's say I'm making a couple different cables. And I'm making a video right now. So I'll be right out there though, bro. So this cable's good. We know this cable's good. I'm going to take this. Great. I can install this in an aircraft. It's beautiful, very nicely done. This cable was actually built by Bruce. Thank you, Bruce, for that, because he did a really good job. Now I'm going to take this cable. Now, this is the same. This is a cable for the same or similar installation, exactly the same way, but we've made one error in here, purposely. So again, we're going to connect it. We got it connected up. We're going to take our 9-pin, connect our 9-pin. And if you have a bunch of the same cables, it's a great way to test a bunch of cables quickly. Then I'm going to take my 15-pin, make sure these are still connected. I'm going to put my 15-pin on here. Now all I need is my power, my ground, and my lighting.
Oh, avionics.
Hey, we're making a video right now. This is Izzy. You can say hi to Izzy. Maybe we'll get some more likes.
Hello. Hi.
So, we are connecting our power. Let's make sure that's good and connected. Again, you could use a bus bar, probably be a little better. Take a little bit more time to connect and disconnect new ones though. We got our ground wire here. There we go. Now we got our 14-volt bus lighting here. And what we're going to do is now we're going to go back to our interface and we're going to say test the cable. And when we do, oh, this says connection cannot be identified between pin 7 and in our 37 pin pin number 5. So P1 pin 7, P1 is our 9 pin, and the 37 pin 5. So there's a connection between pin 7 on the 9 pin and pin 5 on the 37 pin that's there. And it says missing connection between 14 and pin 5. Now, you can back up. So I know, after working on this cable, it's talking about this connector right here, our 15 pin connector. So pin 7 and pin 5 are connected. And sure enough, pin 7's got a connection. And what should be connected there is pin 14. What we've done is that pin should be on the bottom one, and instead it's on the top. So we need to move that pin down, and then this would pass good. And it does it that fast. Not only that, I'll say okay, and if I go and I view the report now, I can again see that my pin 5 failed. My 37 pin 5 failed because it should be going to the D sub 14, and it's not. And it's not. And there was another connection that it couldn't see. Pin 7 was connected there. So really cool little unit, this Cable Pro by Buller Enterprises. Highly recommend it. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but you can figure it out, and then you can build all kind of cool harnesses to test all your cables. Enjoy.
Stop.
Yep.